Ladies and gentlemen.
You're listening to the Kennedy Cemetery Services and Monument Sales Tailgate Show with Michael Dwayne Humphrey. Special guest today, head coach of Parrott Academy football, Matt Beaman. Now, here's Hump.
Thank you, Susan. Again, this is Michael Dwayne Humphrey of Hump's Heroes, and it is Thursday, ahead of two games I have. And the first game, Parrott Academy, I'll be at Parrott, thanks to Jonathan Sutton. I do still need one more contribution if possible. If anybody is out there would like to do that, that would be great. But thank you, Jonathan, for that. I appreciate it. The official game of the week will be the Carolina Performance Volleyball Game of the Week, sponsored by the Ben Store, who's having a big Friday, Saturday, and Sunday Black Friday event coming up. Started on Friday, $5. Everything's $5. On Saturday, everything's $1. And then they reset the store and they get ready for the Sunday when you can go back. And so you check them out at the Ben Store on Black Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the day after Thanksgiving. Thank you very much, Ruby and Joe. And spoke to Matt Beaman again. I had a chance to speak to Matt about the upcoming Faith. At the time I interviewed him in the last podcast you heard, the opponent was not known at that point. I knew who the opponent was, but he didn't. It's going back. But Faith is a tough team. They beat them 22-14, I think, was the final. And they are primed and ready, and they're going to be hosting Faith. And if they win this game Friday night, then they will be the home team at John Paul for whoever wins the John Paul Carey Christian game. So and that'll be interesting to see who wins that game. It'll be a pretty good matchup. So anyway, that being said, I talked to Matt, Coach Beaman, my buddy. Let's see what he said. Parrott had a time with Faith Christian in their earlier game. Both teams came into the game 4-0, their first conference game of the season. And Parrott, I believe, trailed 8-0 at halftime. And here's how the game ended up, as Matt Beaman describes it.
Yeah, they were undefeated. We were undefeated, and it was both teams' first conference game. So that was a big game, and they jumped on us. They were up 8-0 at halftime. So they're a very good football team and a very physical football team. Maybe
it was some lag from the Evangel game a month prior, and then playing another tough team in the Maryland School for the Deaf. Parrott came out the second half and outscored Faith 22-6 to win the game.
22-6, I think, in the second half. So we played much better in the second half. Kind of got our offense going.
Parrott's defense gave up 24 points the first game of the season against Evangel, but it was hard to really gauge how good they were going to be. But Coach Beaman says he thought after that game he came out with the belief that his defense is really good.
When we realized how good our defense could be, because they got several stops inside the 10-yard line in that first half again in the game. If our defense hadn't played the way they did, we wouldn't have won that football game because we were digging ourselves a hole. But we got several key stops, which allowed our offense to get going, and then we were able to grind out a very good win.
It's the first initial meeting with Faith Christian. Parrott has gone 7-0. Faith has lost only 2 games. They lost to Carey and they lost to John Paul. So I asked Coach what has changed with them since their last meeting in early September.
Yeah, I think they've opened their offense up a little bit. They're spreading the ball around really well. They're really confident in what they're doing. And they've scored lots of points since that game against us. I think they really struggled in the red zone, and then I want to say I heard somewhere that they have been in the red zone 21 times and scored 20 touchdowns or something to that effect since they have played us. So, they're really rolling right now and playing good football and playing with a lot of confidence.
As you heard in the conversation with Chris Stimpson yesterday, Parrott is rolling with confidence. They are a team on a mission. They're business-like in how they approach these games, and they feel like they can beat anybody.
Yeah, that's the good thing about our team and the reason we put together the schedule we did. We were in a dogfight against Evangel. Against Maryland School of the Deaf, we were down 14-0. Against East Carteret, we won on the last play of the game. Against John Paul, we had the late drive and then stopped to win the game. And then Kerry was a dogfight. We were down in the third quarter. So the good thing about this group is we never flinch. I tell them all the time there's going to be highs and lows in the game. You can never get too high, too low. And I think that this team does a good job of staying even keeled, and that really helps in these close games.
During the bye week, Parrott went back to basics. They went back and focused on what they've been doing all year, and that's winning one game at a time, one day at a time. Win that week and then worry about next week. And that's what Coach says this team has done. When they got back to practice and they got ready to roll the offense back out, the team looked focused and determined.
On a bye last week really helped us heal up and really focus, get us some extra preparation. Yesterday's practice looked really good. It looked like we had an extra week of preparation. So now, I think the guys are ready to play after having 2 weeks off. They're ready to get back on the field and play football.
Parrott is ready, and they're ready to win this championship. It's been a long season. It goes back to August 16th, back to June and July when the team was preparing for Evangel Christian. They've had the longest run of any team left in the playoffs. They've been playing longer than any team in the playoffs, and Coach Beaman was thankful for that bye. He said they're just ready to get back on the field and finish it off.
It's been a long season, and normally I wouldn't have wanted a bye, but by finishing the season with Kerry Christian and John Paul, two very tense physical games, I think the bye week served us well.
As Parrott finishes up practice today at 5 o'clock, all they have to do now is walk on that field and be mentally ready to play, and everything will fall into place. And Coach Beaman is excited about the opportunity to play at home.
Yeah, no doubt. We just got to keep doing what we're doing. Like I tell them every week, if we play Parrott football, we're going to like the results. And we worry about control what we can control, not worry about the other team. If we play our game, we like our chances.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And that was head coach of the Parrott Academy Patriots, Matt Beaman, man. Always available, man. What a great guy. Love that guy. That guy has been good to me. And I'll tell you what, I hope and pray that he wins this championship, his 6th championship. And, man, that would mean the world to him. And go undefeated. It's a possibility. It's one step at a time. First, they got to take care of business and beat Faith Christian. So, hey, guys, if y'all are interested, I appreciate Jonathan Sutton. Anybody else out there that would like to contribute to Hump's Heroes, please do so. It would help me out quite a bit. It's at Hump's Heroes, at HUMPS HEROES for Venmo or PayPal. You can also use Michael-Humphrey-185, Michael-Humphrey-185 for Venmo. And then Pack Attack 95, $ Pack Attack 95 for Cash App. I really appreciate it, man. It goes a long way. Helps me out, man. It helps me keep this thing going. I want to thank again Josh Kennedy of the Kennedy Cemetery Services and Monument Sales. If you are in need of planning a sudden death of a loved one, or if you just want to plan ahead, you give Josh a call, Josh Kennedy at Kennedy Cemetery Services and Monument Sales. He can set you up with a couple of things like whatever monument you want. If you want a bench or mausoleum, if you want a marker, anything that you have in mind, he can help you out with. So they do that from start to finish. So give him a call. So thank y'all so much. And I also want to thank Carolina Performance Volleyball as always. I want to thank Jonathan Sutton. I want to thank Matt Beaman, and good luck Friday night. I'll be there. I'll be at the game, so y'all come and check me out. Thank you so much. See ya.